Hello everyone, I'm Soporific and welcome back to the video. And today is just going to be a little discussion video. I'm not sure what type of gameplay I'm going to use in the background for this, but yeah, I'll see. I probably ripped one of my old recordings that I have on my computer. But yeah, this video was meant to get out since like last week. I want to get out to you guys by at least like Thursday, but man, it's springtime, so you know what that means. It's allergy season. And with some of the medication I'm taking for it, it makes me super drowsy. So every single time when I come home from work, I just want to come home and sleep. I did not feel like making a video. But it is Sunday at the time of recording this. I am feeling way better, so I can finally get it out the way. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience with pre-ordering the Nintendo Switch 2. Man, that was something. Well, as you guys know, now with being an adult and having my own job, which means I have a source of income. For the first time in my life, I actually pre-ordered a console. It's not the first time I bought a console, but it's the first time I pre-ordered a console. And of course, it just had to belong to one of the most hyped consoles in recent years. The type of console people have been begging for the longest. And the console with the most amount of controversy that I've seen in a while. Because this Nintendo Switch 2 stuff, I mean, if you guys are tapped in, you already know how this is going with all the prices and everything. Everybody freaking out, economy this, tariffs that, blah, blah, blah. Conspiracies everywhere, Nintendo and their variable pricing, it's a whole thing. But all in all, although I knew this discussion was going on, I already knew from the jump. Once those pre-orders were available, I was going to get on that because I know I was getting the console no matter what. I was not one of these guys on the internet talking about drop the prices and blah, blah, blah. We won't stand for this. But yeah, because I know there's a lot of people who were preaching that. And as soon as the pre-orders went live, they went instantly to go and copy it. So a lot of hypocrites out here. And maybe this will be the start of a new era for these expensive games. Let's hope that's not the case, but we already know it's going to happen sometime or later. And that's the thing too. I never really had a problem with the console's price. I thought the price for the console was all right. What I did have a problem was the games. But luckily, I was able to get my hands on a pre-order and it was something, man. So let me see, it was Wednesday night. I'm over here searching videos of where to go for pre-orders because it's my first time pre-ordering a console. Normally when I get a console, it's already there and available in the store. I just go and get it, but this is a new console coming out and it's hyped, less than 2 months. I've never done this before, so I just, got to go around and see what to do. I found some guy with a YouTube channel telling me about all the stuff you can get it from and the different methods you're doing to get the console. And he even had a live stream where he was live streaming his attempt at getting the console. So I was kind of listening to him while I was getting mine. But I remember, as I was making my preparations, I even set an alarm before midnight. I said, hey, get ready because it's about to go. And right when midnight came, oh yeah, before I even get to that, you know what's funny? Before this, I did not have an account for Best Buy, Walmart, or Target. But as soon as I knew that was happening, I got accounts for all of them. Well, except GameStop, because screw GameStop. But yeah, those three, I got some accounts. Just refreshing, checking each tab, just going back and forth. I went to Target, kept trying to put the thing in my cart. It says it was successful, but just sometime later, I checked the cart and it just disappeared, didn't go through. Best Buy pre-orders didn't go up at 12 on the dot. Like they took like what, 20-30 minutes later before it actually started. And when I actually realized that, when it finally went up for Best Buy, I clicked it and I got put on the line. I was waiting. I remember I left that tab alone. I was like, come on, please. Because I knew it was like a whole line of people ahead of me. But message came up. I put in my debit card information, bought the console, and then boom, I got the confirmation email. I finally got my hands on the Mario Kart World Bundle of the Nintendo Switch 2. And now, you think it would end there. But no, I'm not actually trying to get one console. I'm trying to get two. I want to get one for me and one for my brother. So the one I secured, that's already going to me. You got me all the way messed up. I'm going through all this hassle, giving away my money, staying up all the way till midnight to go to work in the next morning just to give it away. Yeah, you got me messed up. But yeah, GameStop's site wasn't even responding. I think it crashed. Walmart, they had this stupid pop-in talking about hold and click this space if you were in a bot. I kept doing it over and over, but just wouldn't go through for whatever reason, so I just gave up on Walmart. I was just going back and forth between Target and Best Buy. I spun back on Best Buy. I even made another account on my phone to try and, double my odds of getting the Switch. I had one tab open on my computer and one tab open on my phone. And then for Target, I don't know. I don't understand. It's like, I've said I got the Switch, got in my car and everything, and then later on, it says it was an error. And I never got it, so Target was out the question. And then the line on my phone, it failed, it didn't go through, and then I just tried to suck with the computer. This was all on a night where I was supposed to go and work at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I honestly tried to wait and thug it out because I didn't want to pull an all-nighter because for the job I'm working, it's physical labor and we're in the sun all day, so I'm gonna need all my rest. And I tried to hold out as soon as I can, but once I saw it was 2 o'clock in the morning, I said, okay, I'm done. I was thinking about leaving my laptop on, but I feel like if I left it in the middle of the night, it would just shut off and then somebody would get a hold of it. I didn't think that was going to work out. So I just, after that, just exited out and went to sleep. And when I woke up the next morning, and sure enough, when I checked everything sold out. I'm not sure when the next restock is coming. Even that day, when I was done at work, I drove right by the GameStop near me. I came in, I asked the girl, is it too late? And she said, yep, it's too late. I said, damn. I mean, I kind of expected it, but, maybe there was a chance because in the area, I don't think people would be going to the GameStop as much, but nope. I just left home, and ever since then I've just been keeping an eye on these sites to make sure if I can snag another one if I can get by chance. But oh no, I am thankful I got one, and if I can only get one, yeah, so be it. But yeah, that was just my experience of getting this Nintendo Switch 2. It was a hassle. Like, this whole thing is a mess. And I did see that thing the other day. Nintendo said that the anticipation for Switch was well over their expectations. Even in their home country, you have people putting like millions of pre-orders, but they haven't made it on a system, so they better get on that. And plus, if they're going to ship more systems to the US, I wonder how that's going to go before them tariffs really come into play. I'm just hoping it's not too much, because if I finally get another chance to get a Nintendo Switch and it was way more than what I initially paid for my Switch, I don't know. I might have to tell my brother, hey, you might have to go and ask mom and dad for that. I'm trying to save money. They've been saving money for how many years now? You ask them. But either way, yeah. That's all I want to talk about. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Listen to my experience. This was an interesting one. And tell me in the comments below, did you manage to get your Nintendo Switch 2? Or even, are you even interested in getting a Nintendo Switch at that? But yeah. What a day that was. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys all enjoyed. I'm Subwoofic. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.